Alright, hope y'all enjoyed those couple pictures I took in my room. So anyway, I did that. I go back up to the reception. When I get back up there, people are sitting at their reserved tables and stuff. So I do that, and then they announce that the bride and groom are about to walk back in for the reception. Just before they start to walk in, it starts to rain, and it's not like fast, heavy rain. Um, it's like big droplets. So it's like plop droplets like this, like fat ones like this. Wet spots you see on the wood floors and everything. So they get announced. They announce the kids coming in, and then they announce the bride and groom coming. They do their dance, and just as they walk in and about to dance, that rain kind of like slacks up. It's those drops slack up and stop. So they did all of that. Um, it was a very beautiful wedding. The scenery was very nice. My cousin looked exceptionally beautiful in her dress. She's already a beautiful woman, and the wedding makeup, the hair, the dress, everything just set it off. Um, it was a nice night. We danced the night away. They had like the 360 camera thing that we could do, so we did that. The food was actually good, so she had like they served us family style. They had a sweetheart table for them, just them two, and they served us family style. So everything that they had, it came out in a big bowl, and we just passed it around, and you put how much you wanted of it on your plate or whatever. That's how we were served. Um, that happened on Friday. The next day, we did one excursion together as a group, and mostly it was just adults, and they have one son that's 14. They let him come, and it was an excursion to go because we were supposed to go do this boat excursion that was like 120, and it was like they was going to feed us. It was food. They was going to be snorkeling and all this kind of stuff, but this was going to be off site. But because of the rain and the impending thunderstorms and stuff that was happening, they canceled our excursion. And later on, my cousin's husband, he found another one that would leave. We would just leave from the beach behind the resort. From the actual resort. This one was smaller, but it was a nice little boat. It was They gave us drinks for the price. I think it was like $60 or $70. They gave us drinks. It was all you could drink, and you could either go snorkeling, still go snorkeling. So once we got on the boat, so first of all, we had to go to the beach behind the resort. We go to that beach. They put wristbands on us all. We walk out. As one guy, the boat is out in the middle of the ocean. The boat couldn't come to the shore because it was too shallow. The water was too shallow. So they had like a little small, like a speedboat that fit maybe like 15 people. Well, it had a motor on it. I wouldn't say speedboat. It was a boat with a little motor on it that fit 15 people. So he had to take us in two groups. So I was in the first group, go over to the other boat and get on that boat, and then he came back and got the other people. So the DJ, he went on the boat too, and they had Bluetooth, so he hooked his music up to the Bluetooth, played music, it was drinking and dancing. Before we actually started riding out, the captain of that boat, he was like, "Listen, with the way the weather is, it's definitely gonna be raining. So do you guys want to go to the side where you can go snorkeling, or we can take you to a very beautiful side where the water is clear blue when you look at it, and we could just let you off and you could swim around the boat and all that kind of stuff, dive off the boat." So they decided that that's what they wanted to do, dive off the boat. Nobody wanted to do the snorkeling. They just was going to swim and dive off the boat. So they did that. And one of the young ladies that came, she was a friend of one of my cousin's high school friends. She came. I didn't realize she had told my aunt's friend that she's originally from Zimbabwe. Beautiful girl. Her name was Tamara. She was excited to jump off and swim and everything. So she got off the boat. She was the first one to jump off into the water once we got to the area. She was the first one to jump off and swim. She was swimming, and by this time, everybody went to the front. I didn't go to the front. I stayed on the back of the boat. I didn't feel safe trying to walk around the side because it was, to me, it wasn't enough rails and everything to make sure I didn't fall in the water. And plus, I don't know if I ever told y'all, but I am super clumsy and trip over my own feet at times. So I didn't want to go around to the front of the boat. But they had went around to the front of the boat. Some of them were diving off the front of the boat. Um, so it was a few of us still sitting on the back of the boat. And this young lady, she was still out. She had like put the tube around her, and she was just in the water, just coasting, riding the waves. That water was super strong, and there was some big waves in that water. She was having a good time. Next thing I know, I saw the string pop, the string that connected to the tube that she had on, and of course the boat is drifting because of the waves. I said, "Oh my God, the string pop!" So we got the attention of the captain, and he did something to bring her in and tie her back on. But at that point, she came back and got on the boat. I don't recall her going back in the water after that. But she said that she wasn't worried. She just was worried. She wasn't worried about herself because she could swim very well. She was worried and concerned about that thing being ripped and not being able to be used by somebody else that wanted to get out there and get in the water. So that happened. That was like a 3 hour little trip. By the time the second hour came, we were all, well, me and the people I was with, we were ready to get off that damn boat. We was ready to go back. So we did that, and we decided when we got back, we had wanted to go and have dinner at one of the actual restaurants instead of going to the buffet once again, because everybody was tired of the food at the buffet. It's basically the same stuff every night. They might switch it up just a little, but it was basically the same stuff. So the people at the steakhouse was like, well, you don't need a reservation. We open at 6. It's first come, first serve. So we all stand around, we hang out, we kick it in the area, waiting for, because we had like an hour for the buffet, for the steakhouse to open. I first suggested, I said, this is to my mom, my aunt, and her homegirl. I said, y'all want to go back to the rooms and like switch out of these swim clothes that we've been on the boat and go put on something nice and go in and eat because we got time. No, I don't want to go back to the room. We could just hang out right here for the next 45 minutes or so, and go eat. I'm like, all right, we hang out. 45 minutes go by. We get in line to go to the buffet. To the steakhouse. They was like, you can't come in here with swimwear. So they caught an attitude. Them old ladies, because I call them the old lady gang, they caught an attitude when they should have listened to me from the jump to go and change. But because thinking back, I don't recall ever seeing anybody going in there with swimwear on anyway. So they caught attitude and was like, we just gonna go to the buffet then. Shit. This is my mother. Shit. Ain't nobody going back to change. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm not going to the buffet. I'm sick of it. I'm going to go put clothes on and go to somebody's restaurant and eat. I'm tired of eating at the buffet for dinner. So I went to my room, showered, put something else on, came back out. I ended up I went back to the steakhouse. They told me it was going to be a wait for 40 minutes. And I said, well, you know what? I told them put my name on the list. And I walked off and I went around to the Indian place. It was called Taj. Um, and here's how it looked. Here's what their menu and stuff looked like.
One, two, three, come on.
The view from the balcony of my new room assignment. Boat trip, little boat trip. A boatload of niggas. That was not nice to say. That's all our family though. She jumped in. Okay, back. So yeah, that was Taj. I ended up ordering the veggie samosa, and so with all inclusive resorts with these restaurants, they don't give you a whole lot when you ordering these food at the food at these restaurants. So I ordered the veggie samosas. I like veggie samosas, and it had good flavor. It had a nice amount of spice, and it had some good dipping sauces. Actually, when they first, the first thing they brought out was some. It looked like they was like some deep fried pita chips and three different kinds of sauce. One was super sweet, one was spicy. The sweet one was sweet and it had a little kick to it. One was like that, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a burgundy color. The other one looked like a sweet and sour, but it wasn't sweet and sour. And the other one was green. And I don't think I put my chip in there because I think I had a feeling that it was super spicy. So I had those, and then that's when they brought me my veggie samosa. I thought it was going to be an order of maybe two veggie samosas. It was just one on a plate, and it was about this big. It was good and flavorful. I dipped that in the sauce that was already there that I liked. I ordered that. I ordered some basmati rice, and I ordered the curry shrimp. I also ordered the chicken tikka. At home, when I order food from an Indian restaurant, when I order chicken tikka masala, that chicken tikka is orange, like a deep. It's orange, like an orange, like pumpkin orange. This one was red, almost like how it looked, how pickled pig feet look in the jar. If you're familiar with what that looks like, that kind of red. It was red like that. And when I took the fork and cut the chicken open, you can see it was like fat and gristle. I said, "Oh no, I'm not eating this." So I didn't eat it at all. My curry shrimp, I tasted it. When I first tasted it, it tasted a little bit fishy. And but I think it was the sauce, the curry sauce. I really didn't care for that curry flavor, but I was hungry, and I was like, I'm going to eat this. I didn't even think about like leaving there after I finished and then going back to the steakhouse or going to the Mexican restaurant because I think by the time, no, it was still early enough. I could have went somewhere else and ate, but I just ate that. So I ate I ordered an extra. I ate all my rice, and when I tell you, when they brought that curry shrimp out, it was a plate about like this. You see, it was a plate like that with three shrimp, about like this, small shrimps, three shrimp on it, and about a spoonful of rice. And the rice that was on the plate was yellow rice. The basmati rice, of course, is white, so I had the basmati rice and the yellow rice mixed with that. And I ordered an extra Veggie Samosa. Um, I was just like, wow. So that happened. Later on, what else did I do Saturday night? I can't remember. I think when I left out of there, I met up with my mom, my aunt, and her homegirl, and we actually ended up going to the casino. We went into the casino for a little while, cause this was there last night. They was leaving on Sunday. My aunt and her homegirl was leaving, so I wanted to hang out with my aunt. You know, it's not like we don't live in the same city and stuff, but I just, wanted to hang out and do something for her last night there. So we hung out. We went to the casino. They had like a little bakery shop that stayed open till about 10. And they had different flavors of ice cream and different types of brownies and sweets. I had no idea my aunt's friend loved sweets. And I had told her about the bakery shop. So the whole rest of the trip, since that first day I told her about that bakery place, she told me she mad at me because I introduced her to that because she likes sweets. She'll choose sweets over eating a meal. So she kept tearing the bakery up. So we went there. I mean, we went to the casino, went to the bakery, and then we all got what we wanted from the bakery. And then they went to the store because right across from the casino and the bakery was the gift shop or whatever. So they went in there, was buying things for people or whatever before they came back home. They did that, and then we all went to our respective rooms. I hugged my aunt, told her good night, and I didn't see her until she came to the airport and picked me up from the airport when I came back. The night that I came back, but that was Saturday night. Sunday, I think I stayed in my room for a long time. For a long, long time. I think I got up and went to breakfast. Yeah, I did. I got up and went to breakfast. When I went to breakfast, I saw my aunt and the children, her grandchildren. Um, she was yeah, because they all left on Sunday. So I saw my aunt. She wasn't with her grandchildren. She was her and my mother was in the her and my mother. I say mother, so Baltimore. Her and my mother were eating together. Some things had transpired with my aunt and her grandkids. She was upset. She didn't want, some stuff had went down. So she was staring clear of them. The grandkids were actually with their paternal grandmother. Um, but they all left and came home on the same day, which is Sunday. So I never saw my aunt and her homegirl because I think their flight might have been in the morning and they had to leave earlier. But my aunt and the kids, they left in the afternoon. Wait a minute, no, I got it wrong. My aunt left on Sunday. Both aunts left on Sunday. But my aunt, she was still upset with her grandkids.